Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode on the channel, and it is Sunday, so that means it is the Director of Football Challenge with Norwich City. It is season 1, it is episode 2, and from the first episode we have a tasty one coming up. What we're going to do is we're going to jump straight across. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to show you from where we left off, show you what we've got coming up, and then progress to the end of the season and see how we finished off for that. So here we are then, chat. We are now in game, and you can see as we left off from the last episode, we have a game coming up against Manchester City. But the main thing is how we are doing in the league. You can see here we are sat 20th, not doing too bad considering we're in Norwich. Obviously the transfers have already been made. We are about to go into January, so there is transfers to be done. We're looking okay. I think 20 games, 13 points. Pretty happy with it. It's pretty tight. We have, if you didn't know already, we still have a Buvak in charge of our club. Doing well. If you look at the results, he's just started to get us playing, right? We started really badly, but he's got a couple of draws trying to make us hard to beat. But recently we've got a couple of wins under our belts, and we can see if we can take that on into a very tough January. Manchester City and Liverpool both to play in January, as well as an FA Cup, a third round tie. Definitely should be getting past Portsmouth in that. But let's jump on and see how we did in January. So chat, what seemed like a great January has come to a very abrupt February. You can see in front of us, Buvak is no more. We did not decide to sack him. We were very happy with how he got on in January and what he was doing with the team. However, Leicester have come calling. They're a bigger club than us, and he's left us. We do get £1 million from it, but really that's not anything. If you look at how well he was performing in January, we really did not want to lose him. Let's have a look how he did get on then. If we go into the schedule, it was a massive one, chat. He had a full month of wins. I don't know where this has come from, but Buvak has finally got us playing. Man City have had an extremely tough schedule, the same as Liverpool, both in the League Cup. They were pretty tired. You can see from the game we won at 2-0, Timo Pukki getting both the goals, and to be fair, yeah, okay, we FM'd them, but it doesn't matter. Buvak doing the job. We then went and played Portsmouth, beat them 2-0 in the FA Cup third round, then beat Liverpool 3-0. Generally shocked to see how well we had been getting on in January. Moving on to Brentford, where we beat them 3-1, and then Wolves 3-0. Now it was about the 22nd, around the Brentford game, I saw the message about Leicester approaching Buvak. They weren't the only club. Leeds also came in for him. We tried to offer him a new deal, but ultimately we just can't pay our assistant managers enough to be able to keep hold of him. So unfortunately he has left us. We have got on to the staff search, looking for our new assistant manager slash actual manager. And the guy we are really looking for is Manfred Steffes. Now his stats generally are pretty well rounded, some really good abilities within the people management and the potential ability or judging of the ability and potential ability. If you have a look at the manager part as well, he's good with motivating, decent tactical knowledge as well, and generally just good on the coaching side of things as well. Also been at Dortmund, so we're keeping that Dortmund connection on going. But Manfred Steffes is the man that we are looking to employ. However, we have also gone through a January, so that does mean potential transfers in which we have brought in, and we have brought in the odd one or two. So let's have a look and go through them. If we have a look at the transfer history in terms of the ins, just to refresh myself, I don't think there was many outs that I let go. I don't think there was, maybe an odd loanee, but there definitely was a couple of ins joining the club within this window, and the main ones haven't been, here he is, Francisco Coensao. Now we've signed him from, I believe it was Porto, or was it Porto or Benfica? From Porto, only on loan. We are paying a monthly fee to have him on loan, but he is better than the wingers we have currently, and I think he'll be able to come in and do us a job there. There was, I believe, also one more loanee in which we bought in, but unfortunately it's not coming up. Let me just go and have a look at the squad and just see whether I can pick them out. I can't pick them out. I can't pick them out. Maybe it was just him. I think there was another loanee we were looking at. Unfortunately, we didn't end up getting him. Rodrigo, that was the other loanee. We did get him. Rodrigo. There was someone else as well. Lorenzo Luca as well. We tried to sign again. This is the second time we tried to sign him now. Still not able to sign him. We do have Jamie Sowan coming in June. So when his contract expires, he will be joining us for the new season. Generally looks semi-deep. He's not going to light the world up, but he's an okay player. And again, if he doesn't do very well, we'll just look to offload him anyway. So all is good. The only bad side to this January period was Buvac leaving us. We have to find a new assistant manager, which we'll be bringing you right now. So it is deal done, chat. We have the deal done. Stefes has joined us. Let's accept that. Boom, here we go. Manfred Stefes joins Norwich. Pretty happy, well, definitely very happy with that. He does have a different kind of style to Buvac, so it does mean that the tactics will change. He prefers, Stefes prefers a 4-4-2, also a different style as well, as he likes the I don't even know how to say that. Catenaccio. It's an Italian word. It's an Italian word for passing the ball around from the back. Ultimately, a bit more defensively minded, but ultimately it is a massive change for us from being this sort of pressing, sort of trying to get on the front foot side with Buvac, which took a while to sort of nail down. Did start to work, so I wonder whether the change of styles are going to hinder us, or whether we're going to be able to kick on and try and find some results. Now you'll see that it is the 18th of February, so we'll just quickly run over a couple of games in which have happened since the departure of Buvac. Sheffield United in the FA Cup 4th round, we have beaten them by 2-0, progressing into the 5th round where we will face Derby, so we've got a great chance there to qualify for the quarter-finals. However, we have had to face Buvac pretty early doors since he's left us, our first Premier League game after he leaves us, in fact, and it's 1-0 to Leicester. Who is their manager? I guess, okay, it's not Brendan Rodgers, but their assistant manager obviously now is Buvac. So yeah, a defeat there, not all that bad. If we have a look at the Premier League tables, we are looking very, very good, chat. I was going to show you this in the last segment, but I thought because it was only a 2-week gap, I thought we'd just bring it into this one. We are looking pretty good. 14th after 25 games, 25 points. Generally, I mean, anyone would be happy with that with a relegation threatened team. I would say so myself. Some big teams down in the relegation zone as well. Brighton and Southampton. Everton struggling, West Ham really struggling, Leeds flying high up near the top, as well as Aston Villa, both above Arsenal and Tottenham. Chelsea really struggling down in 10th, albeit Romelu Lukaku is 3rd in top goal scorers with 15 goals in his 25 games so far. We don't even know if he started all 25 games, but he's generally been doing alright in front of goal. Chelsea though just lacking at the moment. So all round looking pretty good. I've made the decision that Stefes will be signing for a 3-year deal. Now, ultimately, we'll see what happens at the end of this episode. If we remain in the Premier League, he will keep his job 100%. If we get relegated, we'll have a look at it. It depends on his FA Cup run as well. If we can go deep in the FA Cup, I think we have to give him a chance. But right now, chat, let's move on to the end of the season and see how we fared. Are we getting relegated, or are we going to be in the Premier League for another season? First season, can we keep them up? Let's go find out. Okay, chat, we are back, and it is the end of the season. Let's find out how we got on with our new manager in charge. We see in the last little segment, we went up until the game against Leicester, where we had the return of Buvac, or at least us going to face Buvac. In the next couple of games, we faced West Ham, which we drew 2-2 against in generally decent circumstances, right? New manager in charge, first game, made ourselves hard to beat. A late winner as well from Alex Crow in the 93rd minute, stealing 3 points away from us. Very, very unlucky there. We then went on to face Aston Villa and we got a decent 0-0 draw. However, Billy Gilmore missing a penalty in that one. Again, another opportunity for a great 3 points thrown down the pan. We then moved on to the FA Cup 5th round, in which we played Derby, and we did get the 1-0 win. Would have expected something a little bit more in a game against Derby. We expected a better result, maybe more, just a more comfortable result. Okay, but unfortunately, or fortunately, we did get through into the FA Cup quarter-finals. We then went on to play Burnley, and in that game we got a 1-1 draw. Another late goal conceded. Unfortunately, again, we just couldn't hold out, and we have dropped more points from winning positions once more. Generally hard to beat since the new manager has come in though, and then we did face our first defeat since he took charge. Brighton beating us 2-1. Brighton were bottom of the table at this point as well. Decent win for them. Trossard getting both the goals. To be fair, that game they deserved it. We weren't great. It is what it is. We then moved on to the FA Cup quarter-finals, and it went to extra time, where unfortunately for us, we just weren't there. We just didn't quite step up to the plate in that extra time period. Ollie Watkins, the main man for Aston Villa, taking them through to an FA Cup semi-final. It's unfortunate, but a quarter-final run that for Norwich, I feel, is a decent run in the FA Cup. So back-to-back defeats, and then we moved into a game against Manchester United, which again, this is an amazing result at home to United to get a 0-0 draw. Absolutely perfect, very much like IRL the other day. I think Norwich deserved the draw against United. Unfortunately, they got that penalty and found 3 points. So after back-to-back defeats and then playing United and getting the draw, we then went on to face Everton, where we absolutely crushed them. A 4-0 win over the Evertonians. Brilliant game. Julian Alvarez getting 2 goals. Timu Pukki scored as well. Ross Barkley also scoring as well against one of his former clubs. Loved to see that. We then moved on to a game against Watford, which again could have been a very winnable game, but it was 2-0 down inside 20 minutes. Grant Hanley made it worse when he got sent off just before half time. The game was sort of dead and done at that point, and again we just move on. Moving on then, we did have 2 back-to-back draws against Tottenham and Leeds. Leeds are flying high in the league as well, so 2 decent draws there, 0-0 in both games. And then we moved on to Chelsea, who are struggling just a bit. We did go behind after 7 minutes, but we jumped straight back into it. Julian Alvarez equalising 3 minutes later, but unfortunately it wasn't to be, as Belmonte did get a winner for Chelsea with 20 minutes to go, and we couldn't quite get back into it once more. So then we go on to 3 big games towards the end of the season against teams in and around us. We were 6 points clear of the relegation zone going into these games. And then a huge 3-0 win over Crystal Palace secured our safety in the Premier League for another season. That's right, Norwich have not gone down. We are no longer the yo-yo team. We have stayed in the Premier League after this fantastic 3-0 win. And look at him. Just look at that. Every single goal scorer was a signing we brought to the club in the summer. Brilliant to see. We then went on to face Southampton, and again it was a 1-0 win. James Ward-Prowse sent off after 32 minutes. Julian Alvarez getting the late winner, again someone we brought in. Unfortunately, we finished off the season with a heavy defeat to Newcastle, 3-0. One of our heavier defeats of the season, if you don't include the ones right at the start against the really big 3 teams in the league. But in general, it ends well for Norwich. We finished the league sat in a 13th place. We've got to be happy with it. Above the likes of Everton, Newcastle, who have tons of money. Imagine now if I'd done this Director of Football Challenge with Newcastle. I think we could have been up in these sort of positions. Crystal Palace, we've got above them. It's Burnley, Brentford and Southampton who get relegated. Maybe have to look at signing a couple of players from those teams if we can get them on the cheaper side, maybe some relegation release clauses or something like that. But in general, we are very, very happy to end the season in 13th and remain as a Premier League team for another year. Now, I don't know what my goals are going to be for the next season. We obviously are going to be looking to try and sign some players that are going to improve the stature of the team, hopefully then sign even better players, and so on and so forth. Get in the comments, let me know what you think our objectives should be for next season. Should we be aiming for top 10, or should we just be aiming to remain in the Premier League again? It's all going to depend on what we can do in the summer. We've been given a budget, I believe, of £31 million. Sorry, £35 million and £2.1 million within the wage budget. Now we're going to need to make some transfers. We're going to need to sell some players, hopefully. Again, I'm open to selling Max Aarons if there is sufficient interest in him. One thing I will just show you before I do go though, Shea Elliott, a regen that has just come through. Look at his abilities already. These mental attributes are absolutely insane. The decisions, concentration of 15 and anticipation of 16, positioning and teamwork of 15, like technique of 16. This kid is absolutely insane. He's 15 years old. I'm saying 15 a lot, but that's stats and age. It's incredible. You look at his left foot, very strong. Right foot, reasonable. He's 5'10". He's generally not weak either. He's got a little bit of pace about him as well. Like, he's really good. He's just going to be class, chat. I'm going to try and make him, somehow make him an absolute world beater. I'm going to probably loan him out as early as we can, get him some playing time. I have, funnily enough, moved him up into the first team. He didn't get, he didn't get any appearances. He was on the bench for a couple of games, i.e. he got a number, but obviously didn't get on the pitch. But that's not my decision to whether they play him or not. I can make the decision as to what team he goes into. I can't make the decision if he is playing in the games. But guys, if you have enjoyed this episode, be sure to smash that like button. Hit the share as well if you can. And also, we have moved over to Twitch. Now, if you want to watch any live stream, we have a journeyman currently ongoing at the moment, and we have a giveaway live. All of our Twitch followers are automatically entered into our £50 cash giveaway that will be drawn on the 23rd of December. All we need to do is follow us on Twitch. The link will be in the description. Other than that, guys, appreciate everyone for being here, and we're out.